Hi, for today's teardown, this the aircraft passenger entertainment display unit seems to be a 10-inch monitor touchscreen. I have the paperwork, so it is a Thales, and it came from this aircraft, which is an British Airways Airbus A380. On this particular aircraft had an accident with a water leak in the cabin. There is some articles about it. And you can see when it was removed, 27 December of 2016, so it is a little bit more than 1 year ago. And it came from seat 80A. Scheduled removal. Loading screen add due to it's stuck on. Seems we have a problem with a stuck loading screen. So if we have a stuck loading screen, probably this is more than just a display. Here you have information about this unit. Made in 2013, it seems. So we have the connectors, this DB something connector here, 3 rows. Few modifications were made. This seems very suspiciously like a HDMI connector. So maybe we have video signal feed and maybe also Ethernet through HDMI. I believe it does exist. We have 4 screws to open the cover. This seems to be some kind of magnesium piece. And on the front we have power button and home button. And on the back we have what seems to be an infrared receiver or transceiver, but it is quite weird because this face will actually be facing the seat panel. So there must be some kind of transceiver in the seat, or maybe it is to do upgrades through infrared. No idea. So for now I will start to undo these screws and try to pop the covers. So I hope they are not too tight. Could be worse actually. So this unit is pretty heavy, and I am expecting to find some kind of tablet computer, in fact, because I saw photos of people complaining that they were not working with some kind of Linux startup screen. So maybe we have memory unit, memory SSD or something like this. So it'd be interesting. So the screws are off. There is a nice big scratch here. I may try to correct it with toothpaste maybe. So for now, let's try to do something. I suspect we have clips, yes. When you take apart a lot of stuff, you get used to, even if it is something new you did not open before. Okay, so top part is off. We have a nice shading here, the 2 buttons for the front panel. And okay, easy enough. Here is the back of the case. Caladon, maybe it is the brand of 2012. The brand of plastic manufacturer. And we have this. So obviously a few screws to undo. that will reveal the goodies inside. I would love to be able to power this thing on if I can figure out any pinout, but I am missing totally the interconnection with the controller I saw in the previous video, so I believe it will not be easy to find such information. And yes, the thing was infrared. Maybe just a sensor, in fact, to know if it is in storage place or if it is pulled out of the seat. Or maybe it will put itself on standby mode when you put it in storage or something like this. So it seems we have some kind of water or moisture damage here, not sure. So what do we have? This part is coming off. There's an aluminium frame. And first look inside. It seems pretty stuffed. So let me figure it out. I have this connector here on the side going to the LCD, and it is good. I can open it. So here is what we have. First I will undo some wires. This must be the touch screen. This probably, I guess, backlight. Yes, touchscreen. Let me undo this. I really need to be careful because I do not want to damage this. Too much. Here we are. So it is now in two parts. This seems pretty well full of stuff. So this is the little infrared sensor or transceiver. This is the flex going to the two little buttons here. And maybe I can first undo this little PCB here to see which kind of drive we have for the backlight. Seems to be a step-up transformer. So is it CFL? Not easy to tell. Maybe it is just a high voltage strip of LEDs. So I will try to undo this part here. And actually here is how it looks like. We have a panel attached to this side, and here we have a touch screen on the other side, and we have this in the way. So I will not go further for this because anyway it is not useful. Nothing to see here. Quite a poor design, this thing, because this is glued, it seems. Yes, it is just glued. Not very impressed here. And we have our little step-up transformer. Not sure what it says. Microsemi brand. Made in Thailand. Okay. The other part of the main unit it is not written where it is made. So I will reinstall this. I will check there is no damage. No, seems okay. Okay, so now time to try to take apart this main thing. So I am looking if I can easily hook a power supply, but first it should be nice to know the voltage requirement, and I have no idea at all. So I will first undo this little board here. Should pop off if I undo, of course, the two screws here. So it is already quite a lot of screws in this thing, as you can see. Okay, all imperial screws, by the way. I believe we will have board-to-board interconnects. Yes. Let me try to figure out a way to safely do this. Okay, a lot of pins actually. And no information whatsoever about what they do. And you can see they are actually coming through this PCB, probably to the lower PCB. That is interesting. There is some unpopulated parts here. Four contacts, maybe for some kind of USB-E interface. And about this connector, not sure if it is HDMI, since a little bit shorter actually. But I have no HDMI cable handy to check. So, next step. I will undo this PCB. Here we have a lot of screws. Nice sticker here from Thales Avionics Incorporated. So main it is made in the USA. Big, I see, big Broadcom chip here. This seems to be a network filter, maybe network magnetics interface. Some what seems to be some status LEDs here. At the top here, a whole bunch of capacitors. Which are rated at I will see at the other side, because if they are power supply capacitors, maybe I could just hook a power supply into them. And really a lot of screws. This standoff also. Okay. Oh, not yet. So I may be able to pull this if I undo all the screws. Then I may be able to pull this. So the standoff was here. This layer of circuit board. Let me check. Yes, we have one more board to board here. Here we are. So 50 volts 1000 microfarad capacitors by Nippon Chemicon. Nice quality, obviously. The connector here for the interconnect board. The links Spartan here. And we have our lower board with this time a hell of a lot of standoffs. One 2 GB memory card here by InnoDisk. So really there is no obvious way to power it on. It is a little bit annoying. 512 megabytes of DDR2. So not a hugely big configuration. So I will undo all the remaining standoffs and we will be able to see the other side. I will be right back. So here we are. Let's check what we have at the other side. Quite a lot of stuff. As you can see, there is a SATA connector here. It looks like. We have a giant VIA chip, CX700M, and we have here an Eden chip, Eden 1000. So one of them must be processor and one of them must be graphics processor, I guess. Power supply regulation here. BIOS chip here by Phoenix BIOS, copyright 1998. So really seems to be a computer rich kind of thing, but I lack of information to power it on safely without blowing anything. A lot of status LEDs here. VIA networking controller here. Seems to be a network interface with. Okay, so what we have here is the memory card, which is glued in place, by the way. I wonder if it is possible to first unglue it out of its socket and try to have a look at it on a computer. If it is a regular, yes, seems to be a regular memory card. So I will be right back. So I was more or less expecting this. Windows says the memory card is not formatted. So I may try one day to get access to a computer with some flavor of Linux and a compact flash reader and try again to read this memory card. But for now I am starting to put back this together. And look what I just found here, guys. A fuse. It is the perfect spot to hook a power supply. So let me hit the soldering iron. So I am not sure which side of the fuse I am supposed to hook, but I will connect a wire here and we will be able to try to power this thing on. In the meantime, I start to reinstall all the spacers here. And as you can see, this thing is more or less delicate because here you have very small pins of interconnect. And just after, beside it, you have a big standoff you have to screw in. And I found here a copyright date of 2007, so it is quite an old design, by the way. I was expecting something more modern, a little bit more at least, because in 2007 tablets were not out already, if I remember correctly. And this was already a tablet computer. So it was modern for its time, but now it is obsolete. When you see all the hardware needed for this thing, first, really a lot. One more screw here. It is really a lot of stuff to hook. And put that together. My soldering iron is almost hot, so I will be able to hook my wire in a few seconds. As a ground, I will probably take one of the standoffs here. Will be good enough. Okay, I'm missing one. Okay, so time to solder piece of wire. Off camera. Sorry for the tinning part. And so I will randomly close this side of the fuse. Little bit of solder. And the wire, I will actually put the wire this way, and it will not be in the way to close the cabinet. Okay, it is done. Oops, no, try not to burn the cable of my soldering iron, and continue to put this back together. Which way is it? Like so. So I must align very carefully the contacts here, and in particular here, because here they are insanely small. Seems good. Yes. Here also. Okay. It is done. I reconnect this. Then this board with this standoff. Really, I wonder what will happen when applying power. It will be quite a surprise. I will start low at 5 volts, but I believe it could require something like 19, I guess, or something like this. We will see. Okay. and really takes a lot of screws. Almost there, excuse me. This one. And the last one, I guess, this one. Okay, for good measure, I will reinstall this piece here. Very imperial screws, by the way. Then I will be able to store the piece of wire inside the device easily, I guess. Yes, like such. So, but for now, in fact, I need to route this wire outside if I want to be able to hook it easily after I reconnect the display. So, backlight connector here. Power button here. Our touch panel, and last but not least, the display. Which is totally impossible to reach here at the back. Okay, so everything is in place. It looks like. I may actually need to, you know what, yes, at least put one or two screws to make a ground connection. Here, for instance. Okay, and now time for the test. So no luck, I did try with a big laptop power supply at 19 volts and 4 amps, something like this, and it overloads either this power supply. But I do not see any obvious shortcut, at least. As you can see, not a very steady measure, and oddly enough it is decreasing. Usually when you are charging capacitors, you are increasing. Well, so no luck this time. I will not try any further to power it on, but I will put this back together. So no luck, either with a big laptop power supply, 19 volts at 5 amps. In fact, it overloads the power supply, but I do not see any obvious short circuit, at least with the ohm meter, so it is quite weird. So I am opening it another time because I wonder if I did reinstall all the screws. In fact, I found 3 more screws that are not part of the maybe they are part of the main cover. Yes, of course. You need screws to attach the main the panel, so the case. So it is correct. I can put this back together. So I will keep this wire inside anyway, like so. and we close this thing back. So no magic smoke, no nothing did happen, not any light, LED light on the PCB, and overloading the power supply. So I am not sure what is going on here. Either it needs a very special power requirement. So in fact this case seems to be made for different designs, because there are some unused screw holes, at least not used in this particular configuration. And now I can reinstall all those tiny screws. So it should be fun to power it on, but sadly this time no luck. So next time you will be in an aircraft, if you go aboard Airbus A380 and you see your 10-inch control panel, you will see what there is inside. You will know what there is inside. In fact, you can take my video on your tablet and play this in the aircraft. The teardown of the aircraft entertainment system while you are traveling. One time I was watching Mike's Electric Stuff teardowns in a flight. The guy beside me was wondering what the heck. I was watching the EEV blog video with a big Yamaha stereo mixer teardown. And the copier one I saw, I believe. Still fun to watch. In particular when the dude beside you really wonders what the hell you are watching. Okay, so this is back together at least. I will now wrap it carefully and put this in my collection after I apply an inventory number to it. Like this. Then top cover, like such. No, this is exactly like a computer TFT displays with clips all around. And this one seems we have an issue with this one. No. Okay. These things are not really easy to put back together, really. I hate plastic clips, by the way. So what is going on here? Nothing special, by the looks of it. Oh, there is, yes. This part is a little bit bent and maybe it is preventing it to go in the right spot. Okay, so 4 screws left to put back together and we are done with this thing. So it was a nice interesting teardown, I believe. Sadly I was not able to power it on, but I really wanted to know what there was inside this aircraft seat displays. Now I have one at least. They are really not common to find on eBay. In particular at affordable price. I got this one for 20 euros. In fact, the whole set of this display plus the two controllers plus the other controller, I paid 50 euros including shipping. For such modern parts, I believe it is not too bad, because it just this display probably cost a lot more than 50 euros. If anybody has a price tag on this, I would be interested to know. So, for now, thanks for watching, bye bye.